Hello students, in today's class we will study about pipelining. Okay, so let's see what do you mean by pipelining. Okay. Pipelining means it is a implementation technique where multiple instructions are overlapped in an execution. Okay, that means when multiple instructions are given to a processor for execution, then its execution may be overlapped. So, to overcome this problem, we are using a technique called as pipelining. Okay, so it is consist of one word, that is pipe. Okay. So, like pipe, it has two ends. One is the entrance and another one is exit. And that pipe between the entrance and the exit, that space is called as a stage. Okay, or stages. It is filled with a stage. Okay, so you can imagine a pipe concept. Okay, so you will be better understand. And that technique is divided into small stages, and each stage is responsible to complete a part of an instruction in parallel. Okay, that means multiple instructions are executed to be executed. We want this, we need this. So if we will execute multiple instructions parallelly, then we can increase the throughputs of your processor. Okay, so basically pipelining is a concept which is used to increase the throughput. Okay, so let's see. So then the stages, actually how it is connected, the stages are connected one to the next to form a pipe. Okay, like this. Okay, these are the stages of the instruction execution. Instruction will go through fetch, execution, decode, then store in memory. Okay, then last is your result. So these are some stages of an instruction, or the instruction going through these stages to complete its execution. Okay, so according to the steps, that is divided into small stages. Okay, so if it is for instruction 1, then for instruction 2, stage 1 will be started from that, S1, S2, S3, S4 and S5. Okay, so if let S1 is your fetch, let's take an example. If S1 is for fetching, then when instruction I will be fetched from the memory, then instruction 2 will be in the idle stage. Okay, so when it will be let, it is your decode stage. Okay, then when it will be in the decode stage, the instruction I1 in the decode stage, then I2 can be fetched. But in the previous concept, as we have seen, that after the execution of one instruction, then you can execute or you can fetch another instruction for execution. But in the technique of pipelining, you can run multiple instructions at a time. Okay, maybe stages different, but processor can run. Okay, so like this, one stage is connected to another like a pipe. It is like a pipe. Instruction has to enter in this end and exit in this end. Okay, so what is pipe? Pipe concept means instructions enter at one end then progress through stages, then exit at other end. So that is the concept of pipelining. And also it doesn't decrease the time of execution of individual instructions. That means let's take an example that one instruction may take 12 millisecond for execution. Let I1 takes 12 millisecond. Okay, that means if you think that pipeline will decrease that time, no, it's not true. Actually, I1 will take 12 millisecond for execution. Okay, but it will take 12 millisecond. It will take 15 millisecond. The execution time will be same, but the throughput will increase. That means let's I1 will take 12 millisecond. It will take 15 millisecond. Okay, so if we will not use the concept of pipelining, then what will happen that after the 12 millisecond I2, the execution will be started. It will phase, then decode, then execute, then write back, then whatever. Okay, but in the concept of pipelining, let's this fetch is of let 3 millisecond. 3 millisecond is needed to fetch an instruction. So after the 3 millisecond, you can start the execution of I2. Okay, so if you will not use the concept of pipelining, then it will needed 12 millisecond to execute this instruction. But if you will use the concept of pipelining, then how much it will needed? It approximately it will needed 18 millisecond. Okay, so you can see that within 18 millisecond we can execute 2 instructions. Okay. So it will increase the instructions throughput. Okay. So what we will do? They will increase the instruction throughput. Okay. Okay. And what do you mean by throughput? Throughput is determined by how often an instruction exits okay. Okay, so and another one is the concept of machine cycle. Okay, so what do you mean by machine cycle? Actually, machine cycle is the time required to move an instruction one step further in the pipeline. That means let me write it. Time required to move an instruction one step further in the pipeline. That means the time required to move an instruction move an instruction one step further in a pipeline. That means the time required to go from S1 to S2. Okay, and the length of the machine cycle is determined by the time required for the slowest pipe stage. Okay, let's S1 for 3 millisecond, S2 for 2 millisecond, S3 for 4, like this. But how it will be determined? It will take the time of the slowest pipe stage. Okay. Okay, so this is all about the pipeline. Actual pipeline is a very lengthy concept. Okay. There is many more things to learn, but it is the introduction. It is a small portion. Okay, and next we will study about 3 stages, 5 stages, and how it will help, how the instructions will be executed, how we can calculate the pipelining timings. Okay, so this will be learned to in the next video. Okay, then thank you.